All right, so we're continuing with the part two. So far, this documentary is very, very cool. So it says never seen until now, and I gotta say, I don't know like how. I don't know, why you would try and hide some of this footage because it is some of the best insight that I've seen into like the old school SAS.
Switch antenna onto low or high power as required.
Okay.
That's the set tuned.
Little combo training.
Switch your sets off and retune them onto the frequency on the board, 19476 megahertz.
This blew my mind for a while, but then it's like it was very easy once you got a hang of it.
Offset.
The conventional forces of the British Army use no more than half a dozen different types of radio. The SAS use up to 30.
Damn, okay. That sounds annoying. That's cool though. Learning Morse code is freaking dope.
In recent years, the regiment has been active in areas where Britain's interests have been involved, but in a context where all-out war is neither expedient nor possible. Malaya, Kenya, Borneo, and more recently, Oman.
Yep. Operation Mirrorbot, I think.
The campaign in Dhofar started in 1970 and lasted for 6 years. During its course, there were several battles. Eventually, the war was won by the local forces and the SAS against a tough and brave enemy.
Yeah, now I did a reaction to this a while back. I think it got like copyright claim. There was like a nice documentary about the Operation Mirrorbot, but I'm pretty sure that reaction video got copyright claimed, unfortunately. But yeah, it was a very, very crazy operation. Really, really badass stuff from the SAS, I gotta say. Like, it was pretty freaking shocking how they came out of that at all, because yeah, there's like just freaking waves of people and they had like basically no support.
However, it was for non-violence that this important priority 2 involvement of the regiment will chiefly be remembered. Based on experience gained in Malaya, the action was fought on the assumption that such conflicts are not won by killing people. It was here that the hearts and minds approach became finally developed. This was based on the ability of many SAS men to learn and speak Arabic, coupled with medical skills made available to the local population.
Damn, okay. Tim, they learned Arabic just for this? It's a lot of freaking effort.
Islam was encouraged and supported against communist pressure. The victory in the end was based on winning the support and trust of the local population.
Nice. Okay. Huh, didn't know about that.
Training bodyguards to protect VIPs and heads of state in response to a request from the Foreign Office is another role for the regiment.
Cleaning up for some security detail.
Much of this work involves training the forces of friendly nations and provides the SAS with an almost constant but unpublicized commitment.
Is this an exercise or like real world? The mustaches, man.
There is a fourth and final role assigned to the regiment: counter-terrorism.
Oh, hell yeah.
Such operations are made more difficult because of the intense political atmosphere which often surrounds them. Sometimes this dictates a gloves-on response, which often generates more risk to the soldier than they face in outright war.
Oh, dude, here we go. So cool.
The Counter-Revolutionary Warfare Wing trains and keeps itself in constant readiness to deal with a hijack, hostage-taking, or seizure of an embassy.
There you go. They're back to 1980.
There is no suspicious movement, Salim.
Okay.
Maybe I should get like a flashlight, just a massive flashlight on top of this.
In May 1980,
That's so cool.
this training and the special skills associated with it were put to the test.
Yeah, everybody was watching this, from what I hear.
There is no suspicious movement.
I think this is a different angle that we've seen previously.
In full view of the world's press and TV, a small band of terrorists were overcome and 19 hostages released.
Hell yeah.
Successful,
Just shooting from the hip.
but also highly political, often glamorized or criticized. Such activities tend to give this role of the regiment an unwanted and unwarranted prominence in the public mind.
That does well for recruiting.
There are a number of specialized skills which the SAS has developed to help it meet all the roles that it's designed to carry out.
That thing looks so
Mobility
cool.
is one of them. The capacity to approach the area of operations with speed, stealth, and carrying the right equipment.
My gosh, I think it's just sliding.
Navigation plays an important part in this training.
Oh yeah, throwing it back to like the 1940s.
On land, a number of specialized vehicles and skills have been developed, and members of the unit are trained in their use and maintenance.
That's important too.
Self-reliance is important, as a unit may often be operating well behind enemy lines.
And they really are like the jack of all trades. I wonder how long it took to film this documentary, because all of these shots are insane. And I know the SAS stays busy, but for them to capture like all of these different sorts of exercises and kind of other training, like it didn't happen all in a short amount of time, that's for sure.
Parachuting plays a part in the life of SAS troops. All are trained in static line jumps. The air assault troop move on to free falling from high altitudes.
Into the water, okay, nice.
Parachute drops into water are the speciality of boat troops, but are done by all. For the SAS, water, like the air, is a medium to be passed through rather than fought in.
Okay, yeah, well said. Wouldn't be ideal. Oh, dude, that is
On
such a cool
occasions,
shot.
units may find themselves having to infiltrate an area under the water, and even carry out underwater demolitions on bridges and lock gates on inland waterways.
That is so freaking cool.
Each of the 4 troops in a squadron will specialize in one particular means of entry.
Just put some mud on it.
Air, land mobility, and mountain.
The kayak stuff
the
has always been like this has always been like so interesting for me. I think the first like unit that I heard doing this was like the cockle shell heroes. Cause yeah, I mean, it's not something that I've ever seen in the US military, like throughout any conflict. It might have happened somewhere, but I don't think it was like a, you know, an actual tactic or a standard operating procedure. So seeing stuff like this is always like super cool.
A combination of skills can be used to infiltrate to a target.
I don't know how high up he is.
Mountaineering skills enable the SAS to overcome difficult access routes, mount surprise attacks, and to transport equipment up severe gradients.
Without gloves too, I feel like, damn, that probably tear your hands up a bit. Doesn't even look like he's using chalk. That is such
Behind
a cool
the troop
shot.
skills, there is a need for forward planning and strategic thinking. At the regimental headquarters is a small but important unit called Operations Research.
Okay.
This group makes sure that the SAS get the correct specialized equipment they need.
Oh, what the heck is that? Like an OG holographic sight? That's pretty freaking dope.
What's your definition of power?
Size of the country,
Size of the country, good. Yeah.
mineral wealth,
Mineral wealth.
size of its armed forces, the equipment it's got, the skill of the soldiers.
Hang on, take a few.
It's all right, my boss.
No problem, Nick. We're talking about power and the elements which make up power. Size of the population, yes?
The skill of the armed forces, the standard of the equipment,
Yes.
and additionally the nuclear power.
Nuclear power, good. Now hang on there.
Interesting. So that's the operations research. That's especially cool because I don't think we've ever seen anything about that sort of branch in the SAS. I'm sure they have something similar. I don't even know what I could compare it to. Maybe like a future operations cell. I don't know. Kind of cool though.
In addition to the troop skills that the SAS man learns, there are also what are known as personal skills to be acquired.
Okay.
These include one of the most important in the winning of hearts and minds, languages.
Apa awak mau tanya?
Awak mau cakap pasal kampung awak dan
What language is that?
dan adat beradat.
It's heavier
That's
D.
so cool.
Dub-bot, okay? Dub-bot.
I've seen like language learning centers like this. It's always super interesting.
Sometimes the SAS patrol can extend a helping hand to a sick villager. All SAS units receive some medical training.
It's then a matter of using the laryngoscope, which we've all talked about before and you've seen demonstrated, putting the tongue to one side, usually to the left, depending which hand you are, keeping the lip away from the teeth, and also making sure you don't lean on the front teeth, in other words, breaking them. It's then a matter of placing the tube down over the blade of the laryngoscope, in through the vocal cords, into the airway.
So cool. We just get taught like MPAs basically.
Selected members will be assigned to a UK hospital for several months of hands-on education in medical knowledge and skills.
That is awesome. That's so cool. Imagine the hospital staff. Like that must be so cool to accommodate.
You're gonna run down to the theatre with him and
Huh.
Each unit or patrol will be assigned one of these specialists when operational.
Nice.
This reinforces the SAS unit's ability to live on its own resources, deal with its own problems, and operate in a hostile and unsupportive environment.
Now, we don't do it to the same level, but we kind of try and do something similar in just standard infantry as far as having one person who's qualified on certain things, just so you can kind of have like one person either in the squad or in the platoon so they can kind of fill that role. Even something we call like additional duties, you know, it kind of allows us to have like that subject matter expert for that particular thing. It's not necessarily things this cool, like someone who has a language or this super specialized medical training, because, you know, medical training is kind of standard, but there are some people that get to go to some advanced courses that can kind of help facilitate some extra stuff.
Supportive environment.
I just want to check the dressing. I'm just going to change the dressing room.
Nice.
I just have to change this dress on you.
And we will then move off northwest, cross country, a distance of approximately 20 kilometers to the area of the target.
So a casual 20 kilometer, like 12 miles.
Actions on the target. The target will be observed for approximately 1 hour prior to any entry to establish any enemy routine. Once their routine has been established, Group 1 will then cut the wire. Group 2 and Group 3 will then make entry into the target complex.
Even that just looks like old school.
At the end of all this training, the SAS are one of the most efficient and effective fighting forces in the world.
Hell yeah. Several special forces mirrored off of them.
When the need arises, their response time must be fast and their preparedness high. Security is essential, so that operational methods and personnel do not become known to any potential enemy.
Which makes me wonder if this was actually classified, but it's got the International War Museum, like, watermark there, so I don't know.
For every act of necessary force.
Wait, did I say international? If I've been saying International War Museum, it's Imperial War Museum. I visited there, I should know that, but I'm kind of just... I see it and I'm like, oh, I know what that is. It's Imperial War Museum. Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you guys haven't visited, if you guys are from the UK, that's pretty cool. There's like multiple levels and they kind of have it by like time frames, so like different conflicts in different areas. Pretty cool.
Using their special skills, were able to learn of an enemy's intentions and frustrate their plans.
The groups will then exfil through Group 1 and move off as a 9-man patrol cross-country to the area of grid 763129, where we will make a strip for the C-130 aircraft for the pickup.
Pickup? How's that gonna look?
Once the aircraft is in our vicinity, we will then detonate the charges, immobilizing the target. We will then exfil by the C-130.
Oh, okay, it literally just landed. Damn. Is this before spy rigging was a thing? A whole C-130 picking them up.
There are conflicts in the world which can be prevented from escalating into wars by the winning of hearts and minds.
Damn, okay, I hope this music doesn't get me copyright claimed. Something in this probably will, let's be honest.
The SAS are trained to act decisively and effectively. They are, however, much more than just a fighting force.
Very common things.
Has there been many developments with this weapon?
The woolly pulley sweaters.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I almost want to watch the credits just for the music, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop it because it's probably copyright claimed or something. Okay, so this documentary showed up on my recommended feed, like, I don't know, probably 2 hours after it was uploaded. I remember seeing it and I remember immediately adding it to my list. And then soon after, I think like 5, maybe even 10 people sent it to me. And I understand this is, I don't know, we've watched a few sort of documentaries about the SAS. And this was, I would say, by far, like one of the best, if not the best. It was freaking awesome. Again, it gave us a lot of insight as far as like what the SAS does, the kind of missions they do, and it kind of showed us all the specialities, and it gives us a good appreciation for why the SAS is known as being like the best of the best. Really, really cool documentary. It's an old school one, so if they did this now, and I, you know, obviously got like declassified or whatever, That would be so freaking cool to check out. We'd probably get like our minds blown by the kind of technology and tactics they use nowadays comparatively to what we saw here. But a very solid video. I know it was kind of long, so I'll kind of wrap it up here. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Of course, if you guys did, definitely hit the thumbs up. Hopefully, again, this video doesn't get copyright claimed. But I guess we'll have to see. It was freaking awesome to check out, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have anything to recommend, throw it down below, throw it down in the Discord, and of course, feel free to check out the merch, check out the Patreon. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. That is it for this video. I'll see you all in the next one.